One of the hardest things to do as a man on your journey in masculinity is finding a way to deal with being alone. At some point, guys, you will be alone for a little bit. You're like that little child in 300 where they stripped him and put him in the wild just to see if he could survive. This is the same thing when it comes to being alone with your thoughts, reflecting, trying to figure out where you want your life to go, how you want it to look. You guys forgive me, it's bugging me. How you want your life to turn out, what you want to be remembered for. These are all the things that you contemplate when you're alone. Most of our problems as men stem from the fact that we cannot be alone long enough with our thoughts to come up with something constructive, productive, to not only help us, but to help the people around us, help our families, plan our futures. This little part of suffering is something that you will go through. And ultimately, by nature, it's mandatory. Lions, male lions, have to leave the house, leave the pride, and be alone and figure out life for themselves. So, before we get too far into the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. If you guys want to support the channel, all the ways you can support are in the description below. So, what are some things that you figure out on the journey, the masculine journey? And what are some things you figure out whenever you are alone with yourself and you reflect on your life, your current stake in life at the moment? First, it forces you to figure out who you are and what you like and what you don't like. Instead of looking for outside information, you look internally. And that's the problem with some of you guys. You think a woman is going to make you happy. You think material things is going to make you happy. They might make you happy in increments, at moments, and times. But ultimately, the love has to stem from your own mindset, your own peace of mind. As you get older, and this is something that I'm starting to understand, as you get older, you start to value peace of mind. Drama is a high school mentality. People that don't line up with your goals, you easily let them fall off. As a man, you're supposed to mature and change your actions in order to progress in the direction that you want to go. So that's an important step of knowing who you are, what you like, and what you don't like. If you don't love you, nobody else is capable of loving you. Second one, no outside opinions. This is the thing you have to realize when it comes to people. And most people don't mean any bad will. Some do. The haters, people that don't like you for justifiable or unjustifiable reasons. Whenever you tell people your ideas, you tell people your dreams and goals, they will oftentimes project their own insecurities and miseries onto you. So you might be a person that wants to get married, and everybody in your family has been divorced. And so because of their failures, they're going to say, well, the marriage is hard and you shouldn't do it. It might be some partial truth in there. But if you let people stick along and stick around in your ear, it begins to contaminate your thinking. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you not want to try because you think you've lost before you even started. And it's not just with relationships. It's with, you want a fast Lamborghini. You want to live in a mansion. You want to have your own business. You want to be in shape. You tell these things to the people around you, they're inevitably going to give you some pushback. And so you go on the journey of being alone just to figure out and do the things that you want to do and fail by yourself. See, that's the thing that you guys neglect. Fail by yourself. You ain't got to tell everybody what you're doing. Do it in private. Take your L's in private if you can. Now, granted, some things are going to be public and it's going to be public humiliation, and it is what it is, and people are going to have their opinions. But turn the social media off, turn the news off, get distance from people so that you can let go of that loss, let go of that failure, let go of that mistake, and fix it and focus on getting better. Also, distance makes the heart grow fond. People tend to take your presence more seriously when it's not easily accessible. Women tend to take your time more seriously when you don't have any time and you have to fit them in certain places and certain time slots because you're just so busy with doing something. You can't hang out with friends or family, so when you come around, they're happier to see you. Why? Because you don't come around often, because you're doing something and progressing. Some of you guys are in relationships and marriages. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. You need time away from them and you. And that's just people in general. People value things that are in scarcity. Now, here's the last thing in conclusion to my video. So you got to practice detachment. You're going to make mistakes and failures. You're going to have to learn that that's a part of progress. It's not really a mistake. It's not even really a failure. It's a lesson. Because you learned something new. The only way you progress is through suffering and failure, guys. But see, society and the people around you have conditioned you that failure is horrible. Failure is the worst thing in the world. So you hear that growing up, you hear that from the coaches, you hear that from the teachers, and it conditions you not to even try because that ridicule that you're going to get from trying hurts more than getting the little bit of progress that you will get, learning a little bit of knowledge that you will get. And so that's why some of you guys don't try. Also, that comes from corporal punishment. As soon as you do something wrong, your parents hit you across your body, which conditions you not to try anything because if you fail, you're going to get hit with something. Instead of your parents or your teachers explaining to you, hey, you did this. This is why this is wrong. This is why you shouldn't do it. And if you do it again, we're going to punish you even harsher. Sometimes things just take conversation. The next thing why you need to practice detachment, because a lot of things, guys, are out of your control. You can't control the majority of things in this life. You can. Only thing you can control really is your attitude. You can control yourself, but even that, think about it like this. Think about you in a car. You're minding your own business, and then somebody just completely rams into you. I mean, what do? It's not your fault. Life just happened. It was out of your control. Your job laid you off. You didn't get fired. You didn't talk back to the boss. Matter of fact, you were a good worker. But they still laid you off. That was out of your control. You lost a loved one. Hell, even your own life is temporary. Relationships come and go. People come and go out of your life, friends, family. So this is an important insight of how to look at life as a man, being alone. And I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to end the video with this. The moment you start to enjoy being alone, that's when you become the most dangerous man. That's when your success is going to shoot up. That's when you're going to make big progress. When you learn to compartmentalize and deal with your problems while being alone, being inside your own head, controlling your own emotions, controlling your own thoughts, no matter what the outside world is, no matter what the location you are at, that inner peace will guide you and help you and steer you in the right direction. That's my video. You guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. Hope you guys have a good day, good week. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.